Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to the studio segment of the ESL India Premiership 2018. Summer Seasons Masters League coming to you, ladies and gentlemen, live 6 to 9 every day without fail. Angie is just making a stoic face right now. She's like, let him just get done with his banter. Isn't that right, Angie? Isn't
No,
that
no,
right?
no. I'm just waiting for you to do your introductions. It's very important because we may have new viewers every day and they need to know what's in store. So, yes.
बस एंजी बस यही बोल के तुमने दिल जीत लिया मेरा. No. But ladies and gentlemen, moving on. For those who are wondering who I am, I'm your host Ragish Gotslebhan, and you might know this wonderful lady, Zara Angela Gonzalez. Wave, smile and wave, no?
Yay. The royal wave.
Yeah, the royal wave. Should like.
A lot
All
of
right.
royal wedding
Oh
pictures
yeah,
coming
dude,
out.
I
I'm
don't know
very
what's up with that.
excited.
That's the latest esports happening, royal wedding. Jeez, people watching it on their VR headsets.
Yeah.
नजारा लीजिए बिल्कुल लाइव इवेंट्स का अपने VR headset के through. Shit, the kind of stuff people come up with, dude. But moving on, the kind of stuff we come up with every day without fail is that we bring to you the best 5 Clash Royale. We bring you a great Counter-Strike level offensive game. We bring you a Dota 2 game. And all of this has been, is being done to you, or rather being given to you, being broadcasted to you, is because we have some great names backing us up. I'm talking about our esteemed sponsors, Omen by HP, HyperX, Intel, Norton Gaming and ESL coming together to present this to you. So everything, the pieces of the grand jigsaw puzzle coming in together. But today we have an interesting Clash Royale game. Isn't that right, Angie?
Yes, it's going to be fantastic to watch this one. We have two great players who, one of them could even make his spot into the land finale if he wins this game, while the other one has been cruising from the lower end of the leaderboard to right below Sutikshan. So I'm very excited to see how these
So
two players pan it out.
why don't I from the powers that be bestow this power to you that okay, why don't you introduce them to our generous audience,
All
wonderful
right.
audience?
Okay, so the first contender of today is going to be Kamil. His actual name is
Shadab.
Shadab Kamil
Shadab
Khan.
Kamil Khan.
All right, so let's see Shadab Kamil Khan.
All right, that's Shadab Kamil Khan. Angie, you want to add something about this
Yeah,
kid?
today is going to be his last game, of course. He's played 10 games till now. He's won 9 and lost only 1, and that one has only been to Satikshan. Now, if he loses this game, it would be pretty historic for him in his books because he seems very confident. He likes to play the Furnace Goblin Hut kind of combination, which constantly does this chip damage. He's also a very defensive player. So I'm looking forward to see whether he decides to, play his best cards here or just take back and relax and just be like, I'm already second. Let me just take this one easy.
So what about the second player then?
All right. The second contender going up against Kamil today is going to be Prashant P.P. Pandey. He's from Bangalore. So let's have a look at him.
All right, that's Prashant P.P.
Yeah.
Pandey. Angie, you want to add something about Mr. Pandey?
Oh, yeah. Mr. Pandey has also played 10 games till now. He's won 7. He's lost 3. And this would be his final game, too. The problem with this player is, as of now, he's sitting 5th on the board, which is a little, I would say it's always a place where you don't want to sit because you work so very hard to kind of climb the leaderboard. You
Yeah, and then
want to make it to the land
suddenly
finale.
somebody comes up from beneath, पीछे से, from the
Yeah.
niche of the standing league. Standings. What is wrong with me today? What is wrong with me? Oh my God, my English and my diction and my everything included has gone down. But we have the standings
Oh,
here.
he's gone to the 4th spot.
He's
And
gone to
Saf's
the
moved
4th
fifth.
spot. So pretty cushy there,
Yeah.
unless and until Manmohan Mehtab Singh turns over rustles some feathers. I don't see much of a change coming in for Prashant P. Pandey. He's not definitely in
Yeah.
danger.
But if he does lose this game, then he would have the same score as Saf. So then who makes it to the land finale between two?
Oh, I don't know.
Would there be a tiebreaker?
Maybe there might be a tiebreaker.
That would be exciting to see. There'd be a round difference, all right. So that would be exciting to see. I mean, it's a very crucial game for Prashant.
No, I
'cause
mean
he's
even
gotta
if he
make sure wins
loses this game, he still won't have like a round difference, no, because they both have like won 7 games and like lost. 4 then, if he loses this game.
Yeah, if he loses this game, then we'll have like a round difference, how many games he kind of took out of the best of five in
Oh my
certain games.
god, that's
That
like
would be like
detailed.
when you're going for your college exams and you're marked by the 0.2, 0.3
Sir,
percentage. Yeah.
3 marks, sir. Bas 3 marks, sir. 3 marks. No, but ladies and gentlemen, that's what we have for you guys when it comes to the standings for the point of matter. In fact, let's quickly take a look at the players and get to know more about them, see what kind of stats they have. All right, stats are up. My eyesight is totally
Okay.
betraying me. Angie,
It's going to be 4,000 trophies for Kamil. PP, meanwhile, sitting at 4,500. We have highest trophy count at 4,600. Meanwhile, highest for Prashant is 5,800. We have wins here at 3,900 and 7,990. If you see the total games played, almost double here, 14,000 and 8,000. They are pretty similar. I mean, we talk about three crown victories, though, on the other end. We have 3,003 crown victories coming from Prashant. So he goes full out. I think he just goes and takes on one Princess Star and just goes directly for the king throne.
all right, so
And
then let's bring out the ban cards then and
yes,
see
definitely.
what's been banned. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's Pekka. You know, the reason
Yeah.
why I'm being like very weird about it is because so I'm undergoing some very weird different treatment for my eye.
Yeah.
So right now I've like put like 3 different drops and everything's like hazy. So I see outlines, I see colors. I
Okay.
see a lot of purple. That's I believe that's the
So that
Pekka.
that's the Pekka,
But
and
I don't know what that
Kamil
is
is
that.
just going to battle the Goblin Heart. Now
Okay, that's the goblin.
there's a very specific reason he's done this. The last matchup he played against, his opponent too had the Goblin Heart, and that indirectly meant that the push was constant between the two players. This way, what happens is he gets to pick the Goblin Heart for himself and also drop in the Furnace card, which is one of his favorites, and then he just adds like a bandit to it in the battle ram, and he's going to take down one tower really, really quick. Meanwhile, the Furnace and the Goblin Heart will keep the pressure constant. So even though he's not, using up his elixir, he is getting what he wants. So it's a constant pressure for his opponent to keep dropping cards to kind of make sure that the Furnace doesn't really hit the tower. And that kind of concept works a lot for Kamil. And that could be one thing that Prashant is going to be really careful about. He's got to have the perfect distraction cards like a Tesla tower, an Inferno tower, anything and everything. Or a lot of small unit cards too, like maybe the Goblin Gang, the Bats, something to just keep tanking. Of course, the P.E.K.K.A getting banned on the other end, it could be that Prashant wants to play the P.E.K.K.A himself, which is a good counter for a character or a card like a Golem. So if Kamil does try to play something like that, the P.E.K.K.A
Like
already has a
any
very strong
funny monkey
defense.
or chunky monkey business is
Yeah.
going to be dealt with swiftly and justice will be
True.
delivered.
Definitely. I also know these players like to play the Three Musketeers, so I'm hoping to see whether Prashant is opt to go and play the Three Musketeers
All
card.
right. So then let's quickly we'll head off into the game and bring all these games to you of Clash Royale between Shadab, Kamil Khan, and Prashant BP Pandey. All right, so the first game of the Shadab Kamil Khan versus Prashant PB Pandey game is live. We see two mega minions getting
Yeah.
launched from both ends and a giant coming in from Prashant PB Pandey. We see a log also getting thrown here, trying to blockade those royal guards, whereas the Inferno Dragon is definitely going for the kill here when it comes to the giant. And right now trying to take care of that mega minion.
Beautiful throw there by the
I like
Inferno
this
Dragon.
exchange. I like this exchange. I like this exchange. And a lava hound getting launched at Prashant PP Pandey, whereas Royal Guards are trying to take down this opposition coming in from Kamil, from Prashant. No,
Yeah, but look at that. I mean, Prashant literally chunked down on Kamil's tower quite a bit with just the minor card. And meanwhile, you see, Kamil has got the balloon and the lava, which is one of his most played decks. It does work for him. But of course, he has to make sure that his defense is very strong. It's a little different for me to see, actually, that Kamil has decided to play more on the aggressive end, more than defending against the minor. But also, as I say that, I noticed that he doesn't really have a lot of cards to take down the minor. And I think that's one of the reasons he's going to quickly drop down that balloon of his. Meanwhile, we see the miner now chipping down on Kamil Star coming in there from Prashant. Beautiful drops here from both
so
the
okay, so
players.
everything. So I don't know which those small. Other no. Okay, I presume they were small white chunks, so they were skeletons.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure because I'm
they're
like
from
totally
the
going by
two.
color and like by
Yeah,
hazy outlines here.
they're from the two.
Stuff.
But let's check out the decks. we do see that we have the hunter, the miner, and the giant from Prashant's side. Meanwhile, we have the lava, balloon, and the huge fireball. Now, the hunter gets dropped here right behind the giant. Of course, the Inferno Dragon doing quite a bit of damage to the giant, but the zap going to just reset the damage getting done on him. And that's few more hits taken down there on Kamil's tower. And he's going to send in the miner
I
again to
like the
make sure.
constant assault. I see a lot
Yeah,
of flurry of colors here, and I'm presuming that it's a lot of assault happening.
true.
Totally useless in today's game.
A lot of force here from both the players. I mean, I do see this being two crowns is going down super quick. And then it's going to go into OT. I believe this is going to go into an OT
Okay.
because they both, one player has a fireball, the other player has good push. He's also sitting with only 28 HP on the tower. And meanwhile, Kamil is just going to send the lava onto the next tower for now. He's sure he's going to get that tower. He's got the fireball in place. 9 seconds on the clock, going to just spam that super quick, making sure that he has what is needed, but he's got that with the zap spell for now. And that's 1-1 crown for each of them. Meanwhile, the lava doing chip damage on the secondary tower. The Inferno again gets dropped there. I do like this Hunter card quite a bit.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. I haven't yet acquired the abilities of the Hunter card yet, but soon enough, and I'm King level 8.
Yeah, I
The
find
dream
the
is
Hunter
real.
card and the Magic Archer pretty similar over here. And further on, we see that the skeletons get dropped again over here. The Mega Minion gets dropped here. But Kamil making sure that his lava has the space to kind of reach Prashant's tower. And Prashant, meanwhile, is going to send out the Giant again. But the Inferno Dragon making sure that the Giant may not reach the tower for now. And that means that he's got to be really careful. The skeletons get dropped here. The Mega Minion is here, but there's no damage that can be done here from Prashant's side. We see the miner getting dropped again. And I think the only worry that Kamil has at this point is that he has nothing to really take care of the miner card. And that's the only thing that's kind of blocking him from really going ahead and just taking down the second part of this game. But the Inferno Dragon again gets dropped. So re-repeat of what just happened. And Prashant, meanwhile, trying his level best to make sure that the giant reaches the tower. Skeletons not going to be able to do much. The Hunter, of course, being a good card, but very low on HP, which causes him to die super quick. But the Miner trying his best to tank over there. Another lava gets popped here. The balloon, of course, still being a choice, I think, over the lava for me. But now we see the giant still re-rotating over time. As 1 minute 24 seconds. The miner is on his way now. He's going to get that chip damage off. Prashant's playing this really, really well. Not really getting that opening for Kamil to kind of reach his tower. The Mega Minions being a choice of a really good card with the Hunter to kind of take care of the lava for them. And one more shot on the tower, and I think he could fireball it. But now we're going to see Kamil just drop down that balloon card and just charge towards the tower. But I think this is going to be the last shot. The miner is there, and it's going to be one more shot on the tower, and it's going to be game one going to Prashant. Very exciting.
Prashant PP Pandey taking the first game here. Definitely. Sadly, I could not join you for much of the game,
Yeah.
Angie.
No, that's all right. But
Eyesight. Why you betray me? Sorry.
this was a really interesting game. I mean, I like how Prashant kept the pressure constant on Kamil. Normally, it's the other way around, which kind of causes him to just sit back and relax. But this is one of the games where I didn't really see. I don't really like the balloon and a lava combo, to be very frank, because it takes up a lot of elixir. Also, you don't really have a lot to defend with. So I'm hoping to see whether Kamil continues with the same kind of cards or adds the Rascals back into his deck, which kind of worked for him in the last game. Also, I'm opting to see whether he still goes for the Furnace card because I really like that card. Also, I want him to play something out of the box, like maybe even the Goblin Barrel.
Indeed. So let's move off into the second game and see what's in store for us. Angie, I hope you're ready for this spectacle here.
Oh, yeah. All right, and Prashant's going to play his main favorite card. It's going to be the Golem coming in from him with the Rocket, the Tornado, and the Log. Meanwhile, we have Kamil who's gone in and added his favorite card to his deck. It's going to be the Bandit, the Battle Ram, the Inferno Dragon, and the Minions. He's going to start off the game with just the Ice Golem for now. He wants to see what Prashant has in store. The Skeletons, of course, being a favorite of both these players for now. You see them drop. The Inferno Dragon gets a drop here. Now, it's good that Kamil has the Inferno Dragon because he, as of now, doesn't know that there's the Golem card, but very soon he will, and that would be the best drop for him to go with that kind of build. Also, he's decided to add the Dark Prince, which favors his deck quite a bit. He's got the splash damage. Meanwhile, we see Prashant who's decided to go with the Baby Dragon. and also the Dark Prince himself. Now the bandit's gonna just charge in. This is where Kamil shows his true strength. He's just gonna quickly charge down and take down that tower and then just hold his defense to mighty strong. But as we see here, there's really no response to that Inferno Dragon, and he's just gonna chunk down that tower so quick. He has a fireball. And I think this is already given that Kamil has already won this game to a certain extent.
Indeedy, seems like it. I saw one explosion coming in from Prashant's side, so I figured one of the towers was gone. Dang, this is weird. Seeing like everything hazy.
And it's going to be a quick fireball, dropping the HP to 81.
Something dropped and something blew. That was a. Oh.
So I think he's just given up already because he knows this was a beautiful push. Actually, Kamil played this so well. He kind of layered his cards in the proper order, making sure that his Inferno Dragon doesn't take much damage from the tower. He made his Bandit charge to the tower once the baby dragon came out. He did the elixir count for himself, and that totally worked in his favor. Prashant, of course, on the other
Was
hand,
this a 3 crown victory? I saw 3 pops.
yes, I think he just gave up. He just realized that he couldn't really do much against that push. But I don't think giving 3 crowns is the best idea for Prashant because as of now he does sit fourth. And if it comes down to give or take between Seth and him, it all comes down to the last difference in points. But good performance there coming from Kamil. I think this is more of the enraged, I just need to win this game kind of look that he gave everybody. But I'm excited to see how game three grows. It's 1-1 for each of them.
So let's go off into game 3 and see what's in store for us. Rather, what's in store for Angie. I'm totally useless in today's stream.
I'm Clash Royale today.
Wow.
All right, Kamil going to play another favorite kind of combination of his. He's going to put. He loves to play these star cards. It's something that he just enjoys, and it brings out the best in him as a player too. So he's going to just drop down the Barbarian Heart. Of course, it costs a lot of elixir, but if you drop it in the first round, you kind of not really lose that much elixir. And he's opted to go for the Graveyard Poison combination. Meanwhile, we see Prashant now, who has decided to go with the Balloon and Lava combo. Now, this is a little risky because we do see that Kamil has all the defense available to kind of deal with this kind of push. But the balloon drop here, I think, is an excellent drop by Prashant because it's making sure that that constant chip damage coming in from Kamil is completely avoided. He's taken out one of the most important 7 elixir cards that there are as of now in this game. And he's going to put himself down his own tomb. And just gonna take the relaxing card. They're gonna just drop that graveyard poison combo. Meanwhile, the minions that are looking to kind of just hold this defense are not able to really do that much. But the tower does start dropping. For now, it's 1958 HP. Meanwhile, we have Kamil Star that's sitting at 2500. He's waiting to drop that second Barb Hut again and put another investment down on the map for them. Of course, this also means that the lava now will have to first take down the Barb Hut before it kind of charges to the tower. He will need to drop those archers and that Mega Minion to make sure that the lava is actually taken down. Talking about air defense coming in from Kamil as of now, he doesn't really have that much to deal with the lava and a balloon together. So I hope to see whether he decides to just drop down that poison spell to kind of help out over here. Otherwise, he is going to take a very hard beating on his tower. And yeah, it's going to be Kamil who's struggling here. The lava and the balloon doing a lot of damage. There's really no answer to this. And this could be Prashant now taking the game for him. Beautifully played. I remember the first game that we saw, the lava balloon wasn't really helping out. But Prashant this time was like, hey, you know what, I'll show you how it's done. And he literally taken out that tower there. The poison and graveyard combo working okay for Kamil as of now. But he's got to start building that pressure. It's 42 seconds on the clock. And now we see Prashant ready to make his next move. All he's got to do is hold that tower, keep Kamil busy, and he's got this game in the bag. And he's just going to quickly drop down that Lava Hound again. Just wait for the balloon to be ready again and send that off. And 25 seconds. Poison gets dropped here by Kamil, but I don't think it's going to be enough to deal with all this damage and give him space to push. Aggressive. I think the best way to answer a defense player is to be really, really aggressive and not give him the time to really push himself. And that's basically what Prashant is doing right now. And another round of just graveyard poison, but not being enough. And Prashant securing his second game. Exciting.
Exciting indeed. I loved the casting.
Yeah.
Definitely, if I was going to play Sasta Daredevil for like a Netflix India kind of a scene and be Matt Murdock, I
Yeah.
would hire you to tell me what's happening in the world. Not
Yay.
that I need you to tell me because I'm Daredevil. except 3D mapping, sonar mapping, but
Yeah,
still.
but good bar pick, by the way. Good Barbarian Hut try by Kamil. But Prashant, I think he's just playing really, really well. He is understood the elixir management. He's understood that pressure is something that Kamil is not really good at. And he's learning to not really play so defensive because he knows that he's going to be so offensive that Kamil will either have to really play defensive or just lose a tower. And he's actually playing Kamil's game on him. Which is really nice to see. This could be the last game. I hope not. I want to see these two battle it out all the way to game five. But I would love to see how game four goes. I want to see if Kamil is again going to re-put that bandit into his deck and try something new.
All right, so let's head off into the so-called, hopefully, final game.
All right, so as we talk about that, Kamil going to just change his deck completely. We're going to see a Dark Witch, a Lumberjack, a Baby Dragon, and a Tornado. Meanwhile, Prashant going to answer that with a Dark Prince, a P.E.K.K.A., a Mini P.E.K.K.A., and a Giant. He's also added the Electro Wizard to his deck, which is a great pickup here. And the Dark Witch, of course, a very great card here because she does 200 damage on hit. That means she can take down cards like the Dark Prince and the Mini P.E.K.K.A. at ease. Of course, when she dies, she does spawn those extra birdies, which kind of worked for her, but now the
Bats.
bats.
Bats
But
and birds are very, very different in
I
terms
mean,
of
they all are the
species.
same species, kind
Like
of. They
mammals
are.
and birds are very different,
Yes,
thank
they
you.
are. They are. But like I say, when there's the furnace that throws out the
The
furnace
fire
balls,
spirits.
I call them the bat and the ball because the bats and the balls destroy towers. So it's like a game of cricket. But anyway, while I speak on that, we see a big giant getting dropped there by Prashant. And the answer to that from Kamil is going to be the witch. She is going to do 200 damage, but the poison taking her down super quick. The tornado trying to hold the giant in place, but I just don't think that was the right
This
drop for
giant is going to be
Kamil.
unstoppable. Huh?
And now the P.E.K.K.A. just going to charge away, but we do see the Lumberjack now. He has to make this push count with the Lumberjack at the front. But where is the elixir to play that golem? And there is no elixir on Kamil's end, and that means that it's going to be another heavy push coming in now from Prashant. He has dropped the Electro Wizard already. His Giant is almost under cooldown, and we see the Electro Wizard drop. The Baby Dragon is out there again. I see how Kamil is just not getting the time to drop that Elixir Collector. He's not getting the momentum to kind of push off in this game. And meanwhile, you see the Dark Witch again getting added back, but not going to be enough here. We do know that Kamil is very strong when it comes to defense, but today he seems to be at a very struggling corner. Finally, he gets to drop that Elixir Collector, but the force has changed now. We see the Giant moving on to the second tower. The Lumberjack has been dropped, doing a lot of damage to that Giant, making sure it doesn't do a lot of hits on the tower. But for now, the Baby Dragon is back. The Dark Witch gets added back onto the ground, making sure the Dark Prince doesn't do much. But the Electro Wizard going to just make sure that the bats don't even reach his tower. And finally, 28 seconds on the clock, the Golem gets dropped here. One of the most risky drops, I would say, in the choice of words. And meanwhile, he's got to still deal with all that damage coming in from the Giant and that Mini P.E.K.K.A. The Mini P.E.K.K.A, of course, going to just take that one shot and walk away. But who's going to monitor the Giant? There is nobody to really see what the Giant is up to. Another Dark Prince is going to join him. And that's going to be another tower mostly going in the favor of Prashant. He could secure this one too, but no, just a nick of time. Wow. Very, very exciting to watch. I never expected Kamil to be put on the spot and have to like, he just didn't know what to do.
Well, PP is one of the most experienced ones, and as far as I can deduce from what you told me was happening in the
Yeah.
game, I'm pretty sure PP overwhelmed him with not just exquisitely amazing units, but also the fact that he utilized the momentum well.
Exactly, I have to agree with that one. I mean, experience, like we spoke about their cards in general. We talk about their player standings in general, that he has hit 5,700 trophies. And as I keep repeating this, it's not easy. It's not easy to get there. Of course, Kamil is good with his tricks and his plays. He's got a certain play style that he follows. But Prashant is a kind of, he's, like I said, he's a very versatile player. He knows how to really deal with every kind of thing that's brought to him. And maybe that's why today he is sitting fourth on the board and he's defeated a player who's going to take his second loss. That means that he's actually such a brilliant player. He has such a different gameplay. And at the end of the day, I'm very excited to see if this player does make it to the land finale. I think Prashant and Satikshan would make a good match in a game.
Alrighty then. Well, that's what we have for you guys in today's CR game segment. We'll be taking a short break on the other side. CS.